Now Neal will take a left tackle. He's at the 30, makes a defender miss at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Riley Neal, 35 yards to the end zone, and that's how Yorktown wanted to start. It's 6-0 Tigers. Thanks for joining us here on WXFN.com. This is the preview of the high school football season. We already heard from Delta earlier this week. Now it's Yorktown and head coach Mike Wilhelm here with us. Coach, good to see you again. Thanks so much for the time. We're excited for the year. And on paper, and I know you're probably getting this question a lot, you lost a lot. However, when talking with you a little bit before the interview, you're very confident about this team this year. And give me some reasons why that you've seen in practice.
The big thing for us, yeah, you're right. A lot of people have said you've lost so much, Coach Wilhelm. You lost your quarterback, you lost all your receivers, you lost a lot of your defense. And for me, we didn't, because we have all 5 offensive linemen back, and those were the guys responsible for our 5,000 yards of offense and 60 touchdowns last year. So just having those guys' experience has helped a lot to start this season. And it has helped us decide where we want to go as a team heading into this year. So I'm excited about this group. It's going to be a slightly new look Yorktown team, but it's still going to be some of the same principles that we always focus on at Yorktown. And those are the little things like blocking into the whistle and running to the football and being solid tacklers.
I remember at the end of the season, you talked a lot about you wanted to get a little bit meaner. You wanted to make it smash mouth. Mm-hmm. Well, this year, talking about those linemen coming back, having that experience of being more smash mouth, yeah. They were great last year, as you mentioned, those statistics, eye-popping statistics. Now another year of continuity and having these guys back as successful as they were last year, this can be fun to watch that offensive line, old kind of gritty football.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's, the coaching staff, that's what we grew up with. We didn't have shotgun and one back and motion here and motion that. We had tight ends and 2 tight ends and 2 backs in the backfield. So this is what we grew up with. This is what is natural for us. So I think the word for us is nasty. We've just been promoting the word nasty, to be nasty between the whistles, and that will get us to that attitude, that smash mouth attitude.
Mm-hmm. Last year, the offense was phenomenal. We talked a little bit about how your system's going to be more run this year. You've got a new quarterback, which will be Brogan Miller, which should be very exciting to see how he does this year. But the defense, talking about the defense, for this philosophy to good smash mouth, you want to run the ball a bunch, but defensively, you got to get out so your offense can really sustain those drives. So talk a little bit about the defensive work this summer and fall.
I think we have a bigger challenge on defense just because we only have 3 starters back, and we lost some of those guys who left last year were 3 or even 4-year starters. Our defensive line is solid, but we have a lot of new faces at inside linebacker. We lose guys like Myron Howard and Trey Cates at the outside linebacker position, and then all of our DBs are going to be brand new this year. So that's going to be the early season kind of barometer. How is the defense adjusting to playing Friday night football, because a lot of those guys haven't done that before.
I hear it in your voice, though. You're very confident these athletes can turn very well, as the season goes on.
Right. I think about 5 years ago, we as a school and staff said we want to be like Delta. We want to be like Bishop Luers. We want to be like these schools that are good every single year. So I feel like we're getting closer and closer to that. So it's one of those deals where these kids have experienced our program, and I think we'll just step in and be able to play some football.
It's Coach Mike Wilhelm, the Yorktown football head coach. Thanks for joining us here on WXFN.com. Coach, the first time that we see you is that second game against Muncie Central. We're very excited about that matchup. Last year, you really controlled the pace of that game. And, the one game that I kind of think of, the Delta games as well, but that nasty mentality, you did a great job of that offense that had big play threat to keep them in check. That's probably going to be just as imperative this year because they have some explosive athletes.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think Muncie Central will be improved and have it more experience probably than we do. And just when you have a playmaking quarterback like Muncie Central will have, and then some of the players on the outside, to help him out. I think it's going to be a big challenge for us, but it's going to be a nice challenge. And really, we're going to experience something this year we haven't experienced at Yorktown. We're going to play 3 5A teams, boom, 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 the first 3 weeks of the season. So yeah, that'll give me, I keep using the word barometer, but another good barometer for us to see where we're at here early on.
Coach, one final question. We mentioned the new quarterback change. When you talk about football, you always talk about the quarterback. So I got to ask one question about Brogan. You said that he's going to be handing the ball off a lot. Now, between him and Riley Neal of last year, obviously Riley really kind of did a lot on the line, audibling him and Riley Miller himself. What have you done in the offseason to have him get a grip on the offense? I know it's going to be a lot of handoffs, but still, him being the ringleader of this offense, what are your expectations for him here in the first couple weeks?
Well, the big thing with Brogan is that he's going to just have to manage the football game. He cannot make turnovers. We can't have negative plays on offense because we want to be in situations where we're 2nd and 3, 3rd and 1, and we want to be like that the entire game, and then go ahead and get first down after first down after first down. For us, my philosophy has always been balance. So even though we talk about running the ball more, definitely we'll run the ball more than we did last year, but it's not going to be a 90% run, 10% Yorktown team.
Sure.
I would say right now going into the season it will be a 65-35 run pass, maybe even 60-40. So the thing with Brogan is he has worked hard in the off season. He has put in the time to have a stronger arm and just to know our offense, and he had to do that. We needed him to do that for this team to get where we want it to be.
And it's said a lot, he works hard, but you cannot teach hard work, and we've talked about that at length. Coach, we're very excited. Looking forward to seeing you week 2. Good luck in week 1. We'll see you down the road. We're very excited. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us on WXFN.com. Tomorrow, join us to find out about Muncie Central. Thanks for joining us. We're excited for the football season.